The following segment is sponsored by Walgreens. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention recommends that everyone get tested for HIV at least once as part of routine health care. But despite these recommendations, many people don't know their HIV status. Today we are joined by Brad with Walgreens to tell us more. Welcome to the show, Brad. Great to see you.
And thanks so much for having me.
Yeah, sure. Now, what is National HIV Testing Day?
The National HIV Testing Day is really an effort to spotlight the importance of HIV testing in the United States. So since 2011, Walgreens has partnered with Greater Than HIV to offer free rapid HIV tests in many of our stores. We do this by partnering with community organizations as well as departments of health to have them come into our store to provide the testing services free of charge to individuals that may be interested. So just like the past 13 years, Walgreens again is offering this service. To date, we've been able to provide upwards of 82,000 free HIV tests. So not an exception this year, continuing the important service.
Oh, that is wonderful. Now, why is HIV testing so critical?
You know, the CDC actually recommends that everyone between the ages of 13 and 64 receives an HIV test at some point in their life. They do this because there's still 1 in 8 individuals, so upwards of 13% of individuals living with HIV in the United States still does not know their HIV status. And so knowledge of one's HIV status is critically important for both HIV treatment as well as prevention. It all starts with an HIV test, knowing your status, and we're trying to do our part to make it as convenient and accessible on National HIV Testing Day.
Okay, and what does the HIV testing process look like?
Yeah, we'll have trained counselors from the testing partners available to answer any questions that individuals will have around HIV testing this year. As I mentioned, we've been at this for the past 13 years, so since 2011 we've been doing this. This year we have added some additional testing services due to the recent rise in sexually transmitted infections. So this year our testing partners will also be offering free rapid syphilis as well as hepatitis C testing in many of our locations. Generally speaking, folks can come in, ask questions, and then we'll take them to a private health room to answer any of the questions as well as to be able to conduct the test free of charge to individuals that would be interested. Generally speaking, it takes about 20 minutes for folks to receive their results, and then we'll be able to talk to them about the best next steps, whether it's linking them to care or to be able to talk about HIV prevention services, most notably pre-exposure prophylaxis or PrEP.
Okay, where can we find more information?
More information about treatment and prevention options, as well as our testing locations and hours of operations at greaterthan.org. Would love folks to come and see us on National HIV Testing Day.
Okay, Brad, thank you for the information. Great to see you. Have a wonderful day.
Thanks so much for having me.